Hello, all. It's Brian Whitman here, your prince of the pandemic. Yes, I was. I still am. The pandemic is still here. I was the prince. I was coronated because it's Harry, right? Harry left the royal family, so I entered the monarchy to fill that vacancy. And I became the prince of the pandemic. Actually, really last year, with the great coverage and all the conversations about COVID-19, and then I came to be known as the prince of the pandemic after, for publicity, the radio station injected me with COVID-19. What? No, no, it's a joke. They didn't do that. Radio station didn't inject me with COVID-19 for publicity. Oh my gosh. Jennifer did. No, I'm kidding. I got COVID. Please. So I became the prince of the pandemic. And I'm a touchy-feely guy, not in the way Andrew Cuomo allegedly is, but Donald Trump most certainly is. By the way, they both are, I think we know. But I'm an emotions person. I'm a feeling person. I wear it on my head. I've got no disguise for it. It's just there. That's like they're just right here. I'm a receptor. I don't show. There's a lot I don't show. But when's our session over? No. So I'm a receptor for the type of. I have bad news. First, let me start with the good news. The good news is that the restaurants are opening. Poof, poof, like a bloom. Remember the super bloom? Well, one after one, they bloom, they open, and it's a wonderful thing. Because the overwhelming majority of people, 99.999%, will go to restaurants, never be hospitalized, nor will they need a ventilator. Wait. That's I haven't prepped for 2021. That's old information about it. Something entirely different than restaurants. Most people go to restaurants, and the restaurateurs will have wonderful experiences like they had in the old world, PC, pre-COVID. However, the paramecium still slink around out there. I will not name the establishments. I won't do it. They happen to be restaurants, but I won't name. And I ate at one of them by myself. No, I didn't even. I waited for an order. Neither of these, and I mean this. Well, I don't mean it. One of these restaurants is a chain, and I may have mentioned it at one point on the radio. The other one, I certainly didn't. I think it's just an independent restaurant. Either way, I'm not going to tell you even what type of restaurants they are because I don't want to taint. Certainly, I'm not going to vilify a restaurateur or a restaurant who might have a paramecium slink in and get drunk and slink out. Now, that happened tonight. And I happen to be out walking a very short distance, by the way. Nothing bad happened. I just observed. Well, words were said. They were in my direction. Okay. Okay. I wasn't going to do this because Friday happened. I thought it's an isolated incident. On Friday, I found myself getting a to-go order, which a lot of us have done, at a restaurant at about lunchtime. And look at that, the tables were out and there was nobody in there. I mean, the phone is ringing, but there happened to be nobody eating. It was actually it was a little bit after lunchtime maybe. But there were seats there. And the person said that order will take about 15 to 20 minutes. And I said, what, for a 6-piece McNuggets? No, it's a joke. I'm not telling you the restaurant. I'm not going to tell it. And I said, well, then, I'm just going to sit here and I'll sit there. And of course I went to the far corner because we're all still long haulers. So I went to the corner and I just, I had my headphones on. I was listening to KNX 1070. I believe I heard Chris Stevens, who's a great guy. He used to come on with Conway and me. Like to talk about fires and say he's a really good guy. I listen to him and I listen to some other folks and I listen to music mostly. I listen to my music, which relaxes me. So I'm in the chair sitting there waiting, and the poor guy who took the order, not poor, he's a nice guy, he seemed to be quite intelligent and articulate and all of that. And I blame some of this on me because I'm an awkward guy. But as the prince of the pandemic, I don't violate space. I don't. In fact, maybe I overdo it, and maybe that makes people awkward. Anyway, the guy's so freaked out that somebody who is a customer, by the way, it was an $18.50. I have a range. I do know numbers. I don't know. I can't do math, but I remember things. It was $18.57. Wow, for 3 slices of pizza. I'm not even telling you if it was a pizza place. So the fact that I was just sitting there in the chair to the farthest, waiting for the Uber, because I'm also the prince of Uber. Oh no, I'm the liege of Lyft. You know what? I'm none of it. I'm Brian, thank God. No, I want to be one of those other things too. So anyway, but I am still the prince of the pandemic. And I didn't tell the guy that at the restaurant because I didn't want to intimidate him or make him any more awkward than he was. But the guy was all freaked out, and I was just listening, and he was like, to have a person, and you know me, my father had a business. I'm not, unless it's a donut shop, going to sit in a business and not be a customer. Oh my God, that's called loitering. You don't do that. Not close to your house like that. What? So no, it was. It was in Los Angeles, both of these places. So that was Friday. Nobody was mean at all or inappropriate. I'm just saying, some people, as you go out there with your high hopes, please know that some people are not ready. So they might let you down. Not intentionally, they won't wound you or hurt you, but they need a little bit of time. Now, the second category of folks, or person, I got my melon skeech today. I encountered this plankton tonight in Los Angeles again. This plankton was a pond dwelling outside of a restaurant. And he had just floated out of the restaurant, and there were, like, I believe it was all gentlemen. They were in suits. I mean, they were apparently not working from home. So they all had suits on. And I was walking past. I didn't even stop walking, and I had to. You don't need to know my. I had to use a. I didn't have to get money. I had to use a Bank of America machine to do a transaction, and the branch is closed. To move, I had to move my $25 million in copper over to Bitcoin. So I needed a Bank of America ATM. So as I'm walking in Los Angeles, not far from Glendale, not far at all, I said, gentlemen, I said that word. I said, do you happen to know where there's a Bank of America branch, or rather ATM? Because sometimes I said near, and then I said the name of the city, Los Angeles, in the county of Los Angeles. I don't want to get any restaurants in trouble. And the plankton and his buddies, who appeared to not be intoxicated. If they were, they did a better job of not showing it, like my dad did. Dad, who are you? I'm Fred McMurray, Brian. The two didn't show it, but the one, when I said, gentlemen, me, Brian, the lovable liberal, the prince of the pandemic, I said, gentlemen, do you happen to know where there is a Bank of America ATM machine or machines? I used whatever I said. I think I said a bank of machine. I don't know, but I'm an idiot. And as if he was responding to someone else, which he might have been, he turned in my direction, as all three of them did, and drunken, terrible words, not at me, not about me, but the words were said at me, and the F's, and it was just, I know it wasn't about me, and he wasn't being hostile toward me. He was just being plankton. And he's back out there now, and he's circulating. He's floating again through through the microclusters. And he hasn't learned anything. He hasn't gotten, well, we did all we could. He hasn't gotten better. And he too, they will let you down when you see these single-celled organisms bopping around or circulating. Try to overlook it. I was going to let the first one on Friday, not single-celled, fully developed, human, nice guy, just like me, a little bit awkward, but more awkward. No. No. Not more awkward than me. Awkward like me, but in a different way. And since he works at a restaurant, all eyes on him, right? And all of his eyes on you because, he's touching the... I walk around with moist towelettes. Your prince of the pandemic, Brian Whitman, reporting from the county of Los Angeles, where restaurants are doing very well. Go to your favorite restaurant and act like you missed it. I got my melon skeech. I was back at the barber. I've seen her now the second time. I was happy again to see her. Be happy. Because if you don't appreciate the nice things we have, Governor Newsom will turn this car around and take us back to toggles and dimming. Have a good night.